Yo, what up, dudes? Welcome to the video. We are going to be talking today about attachments and basically what you want to be rocking. I get this question a lot, so I figured I'd make like a complete little video guide on what are the best attachments for which gun and overall just what kind of weapons you want to be rocking. We're obviously in a pub game, but I'll be talking about, or not a pub game, but a custom game. We'll be talking about what guns are best for which mode, whether or not you play build or zero build. So let's get into it. I think first thing we'll start on is shotguns. Shotguns being the most important thing in the game. So you have sights and you have, like your other traditional grips. I would recommend you can't get a drum mag on the pump shotgun, but I recommend the speed mag and the angled grip or the laser sight. The vertical foregrip will reduce the spread and the overall vertical kick, so the amount the shotgun kicks up, but that doesn't matter. It's a shotgun. It doesn't really matter about the spread. You can also put the muzzle brake on or the suppressor, but the suppressor will actually decrease the range of all weapons, ARs, SMGs, and shotguns. The one thing is, if you're using a suppressor on snipers, it won't reduce the range. It won't change any bit of the damage at range. So right now, this is a pretty good setup on the shotgun. I would just recommend going with probably a red dot sight. I'll show you why. If I aim with the red dot sight, without a red dot sight, and I shoot, let's see, I probably need to do this on a wall. Do we have another shotgun I can take? No. So you can see, if I aim down sight, oh, it's not even showing up right now. But you can see, there's a certain level of spread to it. Basically, if I put the red dot sight on, it actually tightens up the spread a little bit. It's hard to see it, but it is there, trust me. It does give you a little bit tighter spread, so if you're in a position where you can't ADS, it's a bit nice, not too crucial. The next weapon I want to talk about, for one thing, forget about the all-rounder Hyper SMG. This thing's absolutely useless, but the burst SMG is absolutely crazy. I slept on it for a while. What you want to have is the red dot sight. You want to have a low zoom sight. Speed mag, in my opinion. One thing I want to say, drum magazine actually increases the reload on all weapons. So even though you get a bit of extra bullets, like on this thing I go from 27. If I put the drum mag on, I'll end up with 36. But you can see the reload is crazy long. Again, here's the reload. Finally able to shoot. If I have the speed mag on, here's the reload. Way faster. You can kind of get way more pressure on people, stop people from healing. Then the other thing you want to do with this gun is go here, put on the laser sight and muzzle brake to reduce the recoil. And when you have the laser sight on, this thing is perfectly accurate while you're hip firing. Look at this. Perfectly accurate. So if you're going for these plays where you're like shockwaving through the air, I think I have shockwaves over here. So you're trying to shockwave the height on somebody. That's fine. And I got a clip for you guys to show this in an actual arena endgame. But watch this. I shockwave through the air. If you're above somebody, you can exactly laser them. If you're able to track them like that, you can absolutely beam them. This gun is absolutely crazy for this. Highly, highly recommend using the Thunderburst SMG. I slept on it for some time, but this is amazing. The next thing is when you have a mythic, you can't mod them at all. Something to keep in mind. You do get the most damage per bullet and the highest damage per second. So if I look at this blue one I got, it's only doing 25, and the mythic one is doing 29 damage per bullet. Same fire rate and everything else. But the thing about it is that you can't change it. And so you can actually kind of build a better version of a gun by not using it. For the AR, I would definitely recommend rocking a lower zoom sight, either the red dot or the hollow. You, again, want fast reloads because you're adding reload time if you put on the drum magazine. Even though you get extra bullets, it slows down your reloads a lot. Just to give you guys a comparison here, here is drum magazine. Super long reload, and here is the speed mag. The next thing you want to do, here's the suppressor. So a considerable amount of recoil. I'll shoot quite a distance away so you can see it. And it's jumping a lot side to side because I don't have a grip on it. Here's one thing. If you put on the vertical foregrip, it improves your ADS recoil and the spread of your bullets. Even though you can aim down sight faster with the angled foregrip, I definitely recommend using the vertical on this gun, and the muzzle brake. So the muzzle brake actually primarily reduces horizontal recoil, and horizontal recoil is the amount the gun jumps side to side. I'm in storm, don't even worry about it. But you see how like just dead on accurate that shoots when I'm full spraying. This is a blue version. I'm doing absolutely no recoil control right now. If I swap to the Mythic, you can see it kind of jumping around side to side. It's not drastic, but as you get shot and you kind of flinch, that will basically add a lot to your gun. Let me just do this real quick before I die to zone. The other thing with snipers, again, you can rock suppressors. You always want to be rocking the angled foregrip. Speed magazine, again, to reload quicker. And I like the 4X or the 2X. If you rock the 2X, you will not get sniper glint. But frankly, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Let's just do a side-by-side comparison here. I'm going to use the other sniper, put the 4X on it. So let's see. If I got the angled, this is how quick I can scope in with it. And with the non-angled foregrip, the vertical foregrip, it's not crazy, but the thing you got to think about is when you're using a sniper rifle, you're going to be popping in and out of cover. So you want to be able to get your shot off accurately down range and then retreat back to your cover as fast as possible. If you're using the slower ADSing sight, it's going to both increase how long it takes for you to get out of cover, get that accurate shot off, and then also get back into cover. Because, again, you weren't able to just get the shot off as quickly. So, again, highly, highly recommend using the angled foregrip. It's a must-have for the snipers. If you can put any attachment on your sniper, it's got to be that angled foregrip. I believe that's it, though. Definitely recommend using the burst SMG. Oh, the other thing, the auto shotgun. Frankly, the auto shotgun is a lot better in builds than I thought it would be. I personally prefer right now the pump shotgun with this setup in builds. But if you're rocking the auto shotgun, or you're playing a lot of zero builds, definitely rock the auto shotgun. And if you do want to use it, I would say don't necessarily bother with the snipe, but go speed magazine and then go laser, because that's going to increase your hip fire accuracy. You could go angled foregrip, but because you're going to be doing multiple shots, I would recommend rocking the laser, just because you're going to have better hip fire accuracy. And then again, no suppressor, because that's going to reduce your damage at range. And so one thing in the season, you want to be just jumping around people and moving as much as possible when you're trying to hose them down with the auto shotgun. And it's great for that. If you're playing zero builds, you want to get like a slide play on somebody. Having that laser sight will see how my bloom pops open. Having the laser sight on will increase the speed at which that bloom closes back up again. Again, highly, highly recommended. I think it's really, really good. And yeah, I believe that's all the attachments. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see me rock. Again, the mythic weapons are great in this game. The auto shotgun mythic is excellent. That the Oscars version you get over at Lavish Lair, crazy good. But just something to keep in mind, that you want to be probably like, going for the mythics is great, but you don't want to make it the only thing you're doing, because frankly, you can change any gun into a really good gun just by upgrading the attachments. You can make it into something that's excellent. The other thing I want to say is there'll also be, aside from all the layers, or like all the vault locations, right here, right here, right here, and fencing fields, there's also going to be other bonus locations where you're going to be able to get gun benches. They only spawn like 12% of the time. I'm going to show a map on the screen. One place I personally really like to drop is out here. There's a little vault out there, and again, 12% of the time, you're going to get a gun bench spawning on you. I'm going to link it down below, the map, and I'll also show it on screen. But basically, something to keep in mind when you're rotating across the map, and just like overall where to be dropping at and how you want to make these plays. Again, this place I'm coming up on here, this will have a gun bench. Oh, it spawned. Perfect. I can show you exactly what I'm talking about right now. So you'll see it pop up on the map as you get close. This little symbol right there. So right here, and it'll be the same thing in all these locations, but there'll be like a really easy to kill NPC in here. You'll go in, grab his key card. This is pretty self-explanatory, but just come here, and then this will pop open this vault, and you'll be able to get basically more gold, and you'll have access to the gun bench, and there's usually always a mythic chest in here as well. So again, you'll get some gold, noise, and then you'll have a gun bench here to use. Or you can do what you want. So there's not just the one opportunity of always contesting for a medallion to get upgrades. You can also do it just by knowing these gun bench locations and keeping an eye on the map. It'll only pop up when you get close, this little symbol, but if you are kind of strutting by one of these places, like over here, for example, I won't see it, but if there is a gun bench there, it would pop up as I get close. Something to keep in mind, super easy way to get your upgrades, and enjoy this gameplay with the Thunderburst SMG, showcasing how cracked it is, dude, because it's absolutely nuts. You get this hipfire perk, bro, you can just straight up fraud. Appreciate you guys, have a good one. This gun is nuts, dude. Let's go! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Woo! Okay, yeah, the burst might be cracked. The burst might be cracked.